Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z. I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages that come through, the cards that come out in this reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out, what messages come through with the cards. So you have the Queen of Pentacles. You have Earth sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, or even a Virgo. We have the King of Swords. And we have the Knight of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. And we do have some Libra energy with this. Could also be dealing with a Libra. So this Justice card showing up over here, this really feels like a sense of having really clear, honest, and fair kind of interactions with someone, and even communication with someone. And I do feel like when it comes to this Justice card, this could also be legal matters that are happening right now. And I do feel like with it showing up here in the upright position, this is also them going in your favor, being able to experience a lot of balance in a situation where things are also kind of in a way. I do feel like this does also feel like karma, and I do feel like it's positive karma that is also happening in your favor with the Justice card showing up over here when it comes to those legal matters. But as far as any kind of communication and situation that's really calling for justice, I do feel like this is an energy about being able to get this return on anything that you are really putting effort towards, or any energy that you're investing in. I do feel like with this Queen of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy where there's a sense that this person is quite attracted to you, especially for the way in which you show up and the way in which you show up for others. I also feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, there's also a sense of admiration for the way in which you handle a lot of things that matter to you, and also a lot of things that could even be work related. There's something quite admirable about you in this person's eyes. I just feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of consistency, and I do feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, this person may be viewing you in this light where they are able to see a sense of consistency when it comes to being able to show up, when it comes to things that mean the most to you. That's something that this person really respects. As well, when it comes to the way in which they are viewing you and even feeling about you, I do feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, there's also the sense of being in a space where they hold a lot of respect for you. I do feel like it's an attractive energy, and I do feel like there's a sense of also being in a space where this person is in a very admiring space when it comes to a lot of things about you and even your characteristics and attributes. But with this King of Swords, this does feel like an energy of being a little bit detached. Something about the situation is putting you in this space where it's like you're showing up a bit detached, or this when it comes to this person, there's something about the situation where it's like you're not really showing up in a way where you're not doing too much. I do feel like with this King of Swords, this kind of feels like a bit of a detached energy. I also feel like it's quite a serious one as well. So I do feel like there is a sense of also having a lot going on, perhaps career-wise, and it's really calling for your attention and could even be kind of distracting you when it comes to a situation with somebody. But I do feel like with this King of Swords showing up over here, there's definitely a sense of being able to have a clear understanding when it comes to the communication between yourself and somebody else. I do feel like it's pretty straightforward, and I do feel like it's pretty direct with this King of Swords, and I do feel like it's pretty clear. With this King of Swords, I also feel like this could also be somebody who you are dealing with that is in a high position of power in some way, but this person is somebody who tends to be having to show up in a way where they are tough, or they are leading with a very stern kind of representation of themselves. And I do feel like that could be something they need to do for the sake of their work, or for the sake of their job, or even just what they've learned to need to do. So I do feel like with this Knight of Swords though, this does feel like communication. I also feel like it's pretty straightforward communication. I do feel like there's going to be communication that you're hearing from this person. I do feel like this person is reaching out to you. I also feel like this person is somebody who is quite direct. They're quite straightforward. I do feel like they get to the they get to the point quite quickly. I do also feel like when it comes to the communication and the nature of it, it's quite honest and it's quite straightforward and it's quite direct. But I do feel like you'll be hearing from this person very soon. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Sun. And with the Sun card, we get some Leo energy. Could be dealing with a Leo. And we have the 7 of Swords in the reverse, and at the bottom of the deck we have the 5 of Pentacles also in the reverse. So this 5 of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of really having had what may have felt like a false start when it comes to either being able to get to know somebody, but I do feel like things may have kind of gotten off on the wrong foot. With this card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to actually kind of rectify some kind of a wrong meeting or encounter, and being able to actually get to a place where there's a sense of being able to hear this person out, so this person hearing you out. So I do feel like it's healing the situation, especially when it comes to having had a initial not so great start with someone. I do feel like though this 5 of Pentacles, that when it comes to a situation of having somebody coming back to a situation and being able to really resolve an issue with you, this does feel like apologetic energy. I do feel like there could have been a sense of somebody kind of leading you to feel like they were not as welcoming, or leaving an impression where it's like they are kind of rejecting of the situation. I do feel like this is a sense that could have been misinterpreted or misunderstood. With the 5 of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this does feel like being able to actually work out any kind of difficulties to the point of having that kind of be something that is behind you. So I do feel like it's an energy of the worst being behind you. And with the 10 of Pentacles, I definitely feel like career-wise, you could be doing really well. I do feel like this feels like an energy of experiencing abundance and being able to see that, especially when it comes to any of your efforts or your focus and where it's really headed towards. And I do feel like with this 10 of Pentacles showing up over here, this also feels like a sense of reaching some kind of a milestone in your career and even in your pursuits. And I do feel like with this 10 of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of being in a space where it's like you are more so able to commit to something and finding a really a way forward when it comes to making things work. It's like finding the tried and the right path to follow when it comes to making things work. I do feel like with this 10 of Pentacles showing up over here, it's a very committed energy. I do feel like this person that you may be dealing with is perceiving you as committed, or they are a person who's commitment oriented. They want that with you. I also feel like with this Queen of Pentacles showing up over here, they are viewing you as the ideal person for that. And with the Sun card showing up over here, this does feel like very positive energy. It does feel like very happy moments on the horizon for a connection. And even just for yourself, I do feel like this is a sense of really reaching a place of freedom and also the sense of healing. And I do feel like experiencing that on an individual level and being able to actually be in a space where you feel quite fulfilled and quite really content. And I do feel like with this is also very attractive energy. I do feel like you're attracting the kind of people towards you who are in alignment with really a lot of your goals. And I do feel like it is also an energy of being able to really come out of this very serious, very, very serious and almost rigid kind of a way of looking at things and approaching things, being able to experience more freedom and kind of a sense of really letting loose. So I do feel like this does feel like experiencing a connection with somebody who brings a lot of fulfillment, and I do feel like it's also a lot of happy energy towards you and being able to experience that with someone. I do feel like with the 7 of Swords in the reverse, this feels like a confession or an admission of some kind of truth. So I do feel like with that Knight of Swords, various information coming in from communication from somebody coming towards you. I do feel like there's a sense of being able to actually communicate something quite big to you, and it is going to affect your connection quite strongly. And I do feel like it is something that's also going to lead to it kind of taking a turn in a lot of ways. But I feel with this Justice card showing up over here, this does feel like information that's very honest. And I do feel like with the Seven of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like communication of being able to actually have some kind of a truth being revealed here. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have let go of control issues. We have passion. And we have this could be the one. So this let go of control issues, this really does feel like an energy about being able to get really close to what you want out of a situation. I also feel like this is about being able to allow for things to unfold naturally in a situation. I do feel like that's kind of the approach this person is taking with you, especially with this Queen of Pentacles showing up over here. This does feel like this person may have a lot of feelings towards you, but also a desired outcome of the situation. But I do feel like it's like they are really allowing for things to play out and be able to see things unfold in the way that they wanted to. But I do feel like with this Seven of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like a sense of this person kind of reaching a point where they cannot hold something in anymore, and I do feel like they're going to communicate that to you. And I do feel like it has the nature of this Ten of Pentacles. I do also feel like you could be dealing with somebody who is quite well off, or I do feel like you could be coming into that phase within your own career path, and even when it comes to anything you're putting your focus towards, being able to experience a lot of breakthroughs and doors opening. And I do feel like it's putting you in an abundant place. I do feel like even your connection is one that has a lot of potential for abundance. I do feel like even as far as being able to have a lot of joy, happy moments, and even a sense of being able to have somebody who is also like a partner and somebody who's also going to grow with you in a way that is beneficial. I do feel like your connection is also one where there's a lot of feelings. I do feel like it goes quite deep. I also feel like there's a very it has a very positive effect or impact on you when it comes to being able to be in connection with this person. There's also a sense of being able to feel this connection quite deeply as well with this passion card showing up over here. So I feel like there's also a lot of moments that are quite pleasant and also quite exciting, and also are leading to a lot of happiness. There's something about this connection that is actually it's bringing a lot of feelings that are pleasant, a lot of happiness. And I do feel like with this could be the one card showing up over here. This does feel like decisive energy and also taking action on decisive feelings. So this does feel like this person is coming in with a message or even with communication of a nature that is more so telling and more revealing about this person, where they are and what they want. So I do feel like this does feel like a confession, or this is really an admission of a lot of stuff. But I do feel like this is also about being able to have a sense of clarity as far as what somebody wants. And I do feel like when it comes to taking action, something about this connection this person doesn't want to lose. I do feel like they're viewing it as one that is quite important and significant. And I do feel like there's a sense of wanting to be able to have something and be able to ensure that it isn't something that passes them by. So I do feel like with this could be the one, this person may even view this connection as the one. I do feel like there's a lot of admiration and respect that they feel towards you. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.